What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to our channel Total Technology. So this is tutorial 3 and today's topic will be list in Graphene GraphQL. So in the last tutorial we have already seen what is list, but as I told you, my previous tutorial is somehow connected to the next tutorial. So in the last tutorial we created everything from a single sort of a structure, like like it was kind of a single file, main.py, or maybe I think use case.py, and the complete code was written in a single file. Means the schema was in the file, the mapping between the object and the type, like the students and the type was there, and after that the data also defined in the same file. But in this tutorial I'll be going to do the same thing, but more in a modular approach, so that it will be going to help you guys to understand how to write proper code, which is actually going to help you to scale your application. For example, definitely we're not going to write your code for single thing, like the way I actually am teaching. Like for example, every tutorial I am doing something very basic things, but in your case actually you'll be going to apply all these things for developing a large scale or enterprise application. So that time you definitely want your code to be scalable, extensible, and it should be always easy to customizable. So that is why modular approach is always good. So I'll be going to show you how to do that, so that it will give you kind of an intuition for all of you to develop your code logic or your code structure and the files in the similar way. Okay, so just stay tuned with me. I'll be going to do the same thing like in the last tutorial whatever we did, but in a more different way. Okay, so again, I'm not going to discuss about this second slide. This is basically what is object type. Okay, so I believe all of you are already familiar with what is object type, because it was already described in the last tutorial. But again, if someone is watching this tutorial 3 for the first time, so for them I will highly recommend you guys that this is not very uh, this is still at the beginning. We are, so this is only tutorial 3, so before that we have only 2 tutorials. So I'll highly recommend you guys to go ahead and start the video, start the playlist from the beginning, so you guys will get the complete understanding of like how to use Graphene with GraphQL, and what are the object type, how to use, and all those sort of things. Okay, so next thing will be again the installation part. Still I am getting many questions that my fast API is not, I'm not able to install, I'm getting blah 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 error. So guys, just try to first check your Python version whether it is greater than 3.6 or not. If it is not, try to do that, and after that try to install fast API, Graphene, and UVCon. All these four things are required. Okay, so but important thing is that your Python version has to be greater than or equals to 3.6. Okay, so now the simple code. So for the coding, I have actually already created a tutorial folder, tutorial 3. So I'll be going to write the code here. So first of all, I'll be going to define a schema. Okay, so let me give a name, schema.py. So I'll be going to write my schema object over here. So it will be import Graphene. Okay, so now class, maybe I can write this time courses. Okay, and here I'll be going to write Graphene dot object type. Okay, and this is going to be name and label. Okay, and maybe a duration. Okay, so maybe Graphene dot string means the name of the course. Okay, the label maybe the like basic, intermediate, or advanced, something like that. Okay, so maybe Graphene dot string, and also maybe I can write duration in years. So this is going to be a kind of a, what do you say, integer, so it should be Graphene dot int. Okay, okay, so let's try to understand. So this part is done. So after that we'll now define the mapping between our schema and object. Okay, okay, So our schema object is defined here. Now we'll try to create the mapping between schema and mapping. Okay, sorry, schema object and our mapping. Okay, so this is actually the object, actual object. Now I'll define the schema. Okay, so maybe let me create one more file. Okay, let's create one more file and name it as mapping.py. Okay, so same thing, import Graphene. Okay, and here we'll try to import the schema from schema, import courses. Okay, so now we'll create class query. So this is our query type. Okay, and this is going to be Graphene dot object type, and what is actually going to be hold over here. So we'll name it as course, and course is going to be, okay, so now this is going to be interesting. So course is going to be Graphene dot list, and list of what? List of this course. Okay, so this course is actually available here. So we already imported schema, so we will write like this. So now in this way, if you see, our code is kind of clean. So we are actually maintaining our mapping between our schema type and the object, schema object, actual schema object here, and we are maintaining our mapping here. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll create a resolver, def resolve underscore course. This is going to be self, then info. Okay, and this is going to be some data. Okay, so the data model we need to define over here. So again, here I'll be going to do some hard coding, but in the next tutorial we'll be going to do proper coding, so proper dynamic thing. Okay, so same thing, so something like this, and after that maybe like this, like this. Okay, then name is going to be, okay, just hold on, name is going to be, let's say, let me give a name of this thing. Maybe I can give a name computer. Okay, so you have capital case, computer science, schema, label, duration, year. So maybe next thing will be label. So maybe label, and this is going to be, let's say, basic. Okay, and then this is going to be duration in year. So this is going to be integer, like this. So we'll try to copy paste this thing over here. Okay, okay, so maybe I can write computer science, maybe I can write maybe computer science, maybe I can write information technology, like this. Maybe I can write intermediate, maybe here is 2. Maybe I can write computer science, maybe computer science and research, maybe, and can write 3 years, and maybe this is going to be advanced. So just some random thing. Okay, so our data model is ready, and after that let's define one, something like that, def read data, something like this and like this, and then we'll be going to return this data. Okay, so this is nothing, this some data, arbitrary data, and it is actually going to return this thing. So like this. Okay, so data model is ready. So now I'll be going to use that here. So for that it will be from data import read data. Okay, so this is going to be read data. So read data will be coming from this data file here, and this read data is actually going to return this data. Okay, so everything is done. So until this one, now I'll be going to create another file which is actually going to hold the fastapi instance of our GraphQL application. So maybe I can name it as main.py. okay, so there I'll be going to use import Graphene. I don't know whether it's required or not, but let's import everything first. Fastapi import fastapi, then from starlet.graphql import GraphQL app. Okay, so app equals to fastapi like this. Okay, then probably I can write app underscore app dot add underscore route like this, like this, like this. Okay, then GraphQL app is going to be schema. Okay, the schema object is going to be Graphene dot schema, and inside that query, and this query is going to hold this query, but this is part of this mapping file. So what will happen now, I have to import from mapping import courses, right? Why courses? If you see here in the mapping, sorry, not courses, this query actually, sorry, my mistake. Query, and from mapping import query. Okay, that's it. So I need to change this thing because I have given a wrong name, so it should be main. Okay, main. So it is done. So now I'll be going to print this thing. Same thing whatever we did in the last tutorial, but I make it more clean and easy to extend and easy to scale this code. Like if you want to change anything, if you just go to that relevant file and you can do your changes. Okay, so that is a multiple file. Okay, so Graphene schema over here. Okay, so query. So now let's try to run this thing. So it should be uv con, then this main, then my app name app, then reload. Okay, that's it. So let's run this thing now. Okay, so if you see here, our query type is actually name tag is query, and which is actually going to hold this course. Okay, what is the course actually? This course is like this. Okay, and in our schema we have this thing query. So schema query, and this query is part of this thing course, and this course is actually this thing. And if you go one level down, so we can get our data model from here. Okay, so everything is fine. Let me open my GraphQL thing. So it is here. So let me remove this thing. Let me like this thing. So let's write course. See, computer science, duration in year, so it is coming null. So that is very strange thing, why this is like this. We'll see it now. Okay, let's see. This is duration in year, something something interesting. Okay, okay, let's check first here, duration in years. Okay, and here what I have written, duration in year. So that is the main problem over here. Okay, so what you have to do in the mapping schema, I have to remove this thing. Okay, that's it. Okay, so hopefully this should work now. Okay, let me, what it is saying. Okay, just hold on, remove everything. Okay, see, so there was the extra s, so that is why the problem was coming, and I just changed the code, and but I didn't reference that, so that is why it is still showing error. But if I just do something like this, and then the error already gone, and we can easily get your things from here. And now you can say that where is that underscore. So they have a automatic automatic camel casing enable in GraphQL. That is the power of GraphQL, one of the very important feature. So it's automatically change with this. Okay, like this. Okay, so very interesting thing. I'm just thinking what else we could do. Yes, that is quite interesting. So same thing also possible. If you just remove this name, you still see name is not there. If you just only duration, we'll get this thing, right? Yes, so this is very interesting thing, and if you don't mention anything, you will get something like that. Okay, so you can write this thing, then you will get the whole thing like this. Okay, so I believe you guys understand the logic. So the logic is nothing new. Whatever we did in our tutorial 2, I am actually doing the same thing, but again now I have created a more nice and cleaner code. For example, we have a schema, we have a mapping between our schema type and our type and our this thing. So this is our schema, and in our schema type is courses, and we have a relation between our field and what do you call the object type. Okay, so that is one thing. If you go here, so this is our object type, this is our field, and this is our resolver. So this is all together constitutes the schema which is written here, the schema. Okay, so basically this is actually the schema which is available here. Actually query, this is the schema, name of the schema type is query. Okay, and query is actually holding this list of courses, and courses are having this 3 field. Okay, that's it guys. So hopefully you guys now understand how you can create some complex GraphQL endpoints using Python and fastapi, and also the power of Python and power of GraphQL is combining in a single thing. Then you can understand that actually you can do a lot of customization, because out of the box you are getting all the rich library support from Python, and when you are developing any fastapi endpoint, you can also include or integrate that with your GraphQL app using the Starlet GraphQL implementation. So that is why it is so powerful and so amazing. So within kind of by writing less amount of code, you can create some really effective APIs, because you don't have to worry about multiple endpoints. Your complete thing will be completely run and can work parallelly from the same endpoint. Okay, so now I believe in the next tutorial, let me just tell you what actually I'm gonna do. Next tutorial also going to be the same, but there we'll be going to use the customized data model. Here actually are using some sort of static data model, but in the next tutorial we'll be going to use some custom data model. For example, I'll be going to read data from a CSV file, and after that I will create a list by appending all the CSV rows inside a dictionary. Okay, so that will be really interesting. Okay, so that's it guys. But before I end this tutorial guys, please feel free to update me with some sort of feedback, whether this tutorial till now we completed only 3 videos, which is kind of still we are in the introduction or basic layer. So just let me know whether you guys are getting benefited with the course and also enjoying the topic, or whether it is too much of theoretical, or it is too much of coding. You need some more into the coding part or more into the theoretical parts. All those things are required, because ultimately I'm doing this for all of you. If you are not able to get any help, then there is no point. So please feel free to write me with some sort of feedback, so that I can plan the upcoming videos accordingly. Okay, and last but not least, try to do some sort of practice, or else definitely we'll forget over the time. Okay, so that's it guys. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and have a nice day.